headset just disconnected. Hold on. Yeah, that's working now. So, because I haven't kept up on cleaning my room, more space to work with. So you're gonna have to bear with the struggle. Okay, this is not working. We're gonna do something real quick. Okay. That should have fixed the issue. Yes, it did. But it means I gotta exit. Where is my... There it is. Oh, I was still in. Okay, that's good. We're gonna do a little bit of Beat Saber just to warm up. I have played a little bit. Also, my controller, the controllers, the thumbsticks, are a bit. If I put my... Oh, this one's fine. Oh, I guess they fixed themselves. Oh, they're new. Cool. Yeah, I guess we'll do with it upbeat. Hold on. I forgot to reset. And I need to bring up the 103. Sorry, I'm fighting with... Okay, so that's just in case anybody comments. Okay, that's way too close. We'll see how this is updated. Still the same background. Oh, I see what they did. You know what, we're just gonna move on to another game. Quit app. Ugh. Do they have VR for this anymore? Stop doing that. Just go over there. Oh, let's see if this is working. Oh, I'm blind. Okay. Anyways.
Wake up to the sounds of the silence that allows for my mind to run around with my ear up to the ground. I'm searching to behold the stories that are told when my I'm gonna fight 'em all. A 7-nation army couldn't hold me back. Rip it off, taking their time right behind my back. And I'm talking to myself at night.
That's a new loading screen, by the way.
I can't forget.
Well, not the holder night itself.
Back and forth through my mind behind a cigarette. And the message coming from my heart says, leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Oh, there's someone watching. Good. We're just gonna play like this. Can I reset view?
Boys and girls of every age, wouldn't you like to see something strange?
Oh, I can turn. I
With
forgot.
us and you will see this our town of Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Pumpkins scream in the dead of night. This is
Okay.
Halloween. Everybody make a scene, trick or treat till the neighbors die.
Oh!
Everybody scream in this town of Halloween. I am the one hiding under your bed.
Okay.
Teeth ground sharp and eyes glowing red.
I am the one hiding under your stairs. Fingers like snakes and spiders in my hair.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Halloween, 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 Halloween. In this town we call home.
Everyone hail to the pumpkin song.
In this town,
Don't we love it now?
everyone's waiting for the next
surprise.
Round that corner, man, hiding in the trash can.
Something's waiting in your thoughts.
And how you'll scream, this is Halloween. Aren't you scared? That's just fine. Say it once, say it twice. Take a chance and roll the dice. Ride with the moon in the dead of night.
Everybody scream, everybody scream.
Lord of Swords. Who's there? So the Witcher 3 Swords pack. Spectral Blade. Oh wow, even the owl house has weapons here. Your skin, this is Halloween. Well, I just froze. Oh, there we go. I love how I'm not centered though.
Everyone hail to the pumpkin song.
Ugh, I missed a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna actually turn off the music for the moment, so I actually know what I'm doing. I don't know why I need that close, but whatever. So it's still not full release, which is surprising. Probably help if I actually did this and I could see chat. Ugh. There we go. You should see everything now. Hey, Mark. Jesus Christ, that's huge. Can I pop this out? That'd be a no. I cannot. That's fine. Just waiting for it to load. Okay. I need it to be a little bit closer. Here, you can go over here again. You can go here. Okay. Got something stuck in my foot. Okay, you gotta bear with me because I do. Sometimes it likes to slide. Is that teenager making that sound? Scorpion spear spawn. So they said spell wheel. I forgot how to do spell wheel. Oh. Okay. Now how does one release it? How does one pick it back up? That's not what I meant to do. So how does one return? So if I do this... Oh, it pulls me toward... Okay, I get it now. Fist fight. Fight with your hands. I know. Hold on. I just downloaded a couple mods. I want to look at them. What's this one? Atomic Heart. Is it really just the weapons? Well, I was hoping more for the guns, but whatever. What is this one? It didn't spawn. Am I missing something? Like, what's going on here? Oh, here we go. Holy crap, that thing's massive. Okay, it doesn't even stick to the ground. Arrow. Hunter staff. Oh, this staff. So, how does this one work? Is it just a staff? A babada boo. I don't know. Should I put fire imbued on it? Oh wait, hold on. Not that. Oh wow, that's a lot easier to see. Enabled, enabled. Free climb. Okay, that I don't think should be holstered there, but whatever. Okay, those are interesting. I will do wrestling moves. Fork. Really? Wow. Okay, so that's all there. Still no other food or anything. Knife. Hello. Oh, that's actually cooler. Except you hold it the wrong way in this hand. So I think I gotta put it in the other holster, which has the scorpion. There we go. Hold on. I want to test something real quick. That is cool. Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna get to the fighting soon. Dress as a knight. I'm not putting all that stuff on because I don't know what's gonna do to my. Put on the Dragon Slayer sword. Hawk Raider. Okay. Let's go to the. See if there's any more. Oh wait, right. I gotta go. Oh, at least that's the same. Oh, is this still the same? That'd be a yes. My this shirt keeps going up. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Outpost Canyon. I don't think they added any more. Yeah, there's something there. Outpost Canyon. So we're just gonna go to Arena because it's the least demanding on my system. Ugh. was gonna say, where did my hands go? Okay, so forgot about that. And also, there's the. If I remember, it's a beam. Okay, let's get into fights. Let's go down to. Let's do knights. Wait, is armor still active? Yep, armor detection disabled. Okay. So if I do this. Oh, okay. Okay, I think that's a little bit too easy of dismemberment. Hold on, let's turn off easy dismemberment. Oh, that's mine now. Okay. So I'm not really good at using this. Okay, that was not that cool. It's Candyman 2, Farewell to the Flesh. Okay, that was completely random. Ugh. Okay, sometimes it does not want to work. Oh, because it gets stuck on their weapon. Oh, I just dropped it. That's lovely. So if I do Fireball, can I imbue it? I can. That's interesting. It's not that well. Can you just go through the armor? Can I even stab with this? Oh, I can. Okay, we're gonna move on to. I really hate that glow. Oh, there's still armor detection. Hold on. Okay, stop. Let's do Bandit instead. Okay, I am not good with fighting this with this thing. Nope. Okay, we're gonna go back to this one. Okay. What is going on with this stupid armor detection? Okay. Hold on. Everybody wait a second. Is there also a way to turn off this goddamn thing? Okay, you guys can see. Okay, so at least that's... Oops, I forgot to change the... Okay, seriously? It's not that easy to smooth... Okay. There we go. I didn't even hit there. Yeet! 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 Jesus! What does that look like in fast speed? Hiya! Okay, we're gonna do this with a fair fight. Well, as fair as I can make it at the moment. Okay, each time I stab them, they just go flying off. Oh, it was just hanging around. Get over here! I missed. Oh, never mind, I got him. Jesus. Okay, let me try slow-mo again. I think it doesn't work as well if it's in slow-mo. Oh, that was a good one. I wish you can just throw it and it comes back to you, but you know it's kind of hard when you throw it. It goes like that, and it doesn't really wrap around your arm like it does for him, or whatever it does. It goes through his arm, I guess. Okay. I'm almost stuck here. Can you guys give me a second? And whoop. What am I? Oh. Kaboosh! Thank you for the sword. Yeah, it's not as easy to do with the small sword. Oh, hello! He just ripped off his bottom half. Thank you for a better sword. This is actually one of my favorite swords. I hate that the body splits. Well, obviously that's the part of the mod when the mods are downloaded, but it's a little annoying because even when I stab him, it just comes apart. Oops, hit the wrong person. Actually, you know what? I want that. Thank you. I don't think I hit the arm, but whatever. There. I think they need to change the setting on the their mod for the torso ripping because it's a little too sensitive. Holy shit! That head went flying. Ow! I just hit my PlayStation 5. Need to turn this way, dumbass. Oh, I missed. Oh. Give me the big hammer. Big hammer. Not as good as Mjolnir, but whatever. It'll work. Actually, I probably should look up if they actually remade the Mjolnir. Oh, hold on. I'm a little twisted now. Hold on. Give me a second. Yeah. Oh, it's a lot shorter. Yeet. What did I hit? Didn't hit anything. Witness my power! In the back. Oh, that didn't work. Do you mind letting go of my shield? I said let go. I want your shield. Again, that rips way too easily just for a poke. Ugh. Hi-ya. Hi-ya. I sound like Link now. Hi-ya. Hi-ya. I forgot those can get imbued. what we can do now? Figure out what the hell that other sword was supposed to do. Not that sword, the staff. Are you guys saying anything? They said you... Hold on. Play Hell Split? You can kick. Yes, you can kick. Sword fight without hitting them. Oh, I think I know what you mean. Hold on, let me just check out the staff real quick. Figure out what the hell is going on with this thing. Oh, okay, that... Let me turn off easy dismemberment and then I'll do it. There we go. I need... Okay, you ready, you bitches? Really, dude? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. What is going on behind me? Oh, that's what's going on behind me. Really, one hit? I barely gave you a scratch on the face. Also, where do you think you're going? Oh, that was a nice cut. So 2 hits for this, okay. I think the easy dismemberment was still working. By the way, I did have trackers and everything. Rock and roll. I don't think that was a movie I know at the moment. I can't think of that line. I probably should know it, but I just can't. Oh, I missed. Oh well. Knee. Really, dude? You got taken out by a knee? You just not... Can you please give me my sword back? Can you give me my sword? Thank you. Oh yeah, that's one thing they added to Blades and Sorcery. I will play Hell Split if I have it downloaded at least. Stab him. I think I stabbed it through. And I missed. Boosh. Douche. Douche. Let me do this. Give me this fucking thing. Okay. Let me just do this. There we go. Do a knockout. I don't think I actually know what a knock. I think a knockout's just hitting them. What the fuck? Did you just throw a rock at me? It could. Sweat. Throw that rock. Wrong person, but you know what I mean. You guys want to keep doing that? What am I holding on to right now? Oh, his leg. I can just do this. If I combine my powers... Stop goddamn throwing rocks at me, you assholes. And I split like this. I don't know if I will hit there. It partially does. You want to see it? Okay, you guys aren't not staying still long enough for me to... And you're out of here. You know what? You're going into that. Or not. Because you're going into me now. Okay, we're just going to fly around now. Hey, you! You! I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. A rock! I wonder what I can do with this. God damn, that's effective. Hey, no, you're not done, bud. Come here. I wish it was like, one of the other games I play, where it actually just caves in the skull. Oh, I thought I ripped her head off. You have made me angry now. Just cut the neck! Okay, what? Yeah. He's not getting up from that. Oh, that was actually really cool. Hiya. Crush their head with rock. I tried to, but that's not how this game works. Also, what is going on with your eyes? Nothing now, because you're dead. Balls! Yeah, close enough. Butthole. Or butt cheek, whatever. Okay. Hiya. Why is that noise that keeps happening? Okay, throw that, throw this, and stab. Oh yeah, that's cool. Why do you have a rock? Come here, I'm gonna stab you. Dude, that was way too easy. No, that's my wrist. Okay, normally it's easier to cut that wrist off. Hiya! Hiya! Okay, that's not working. If you're wondering, no, I am not moving my head right now. just a, just a, just a bit of a stab and then a. Wow, you're really gonna go down like that? So sad. I love the slap. Saw a meme where a baby does Gangnam Style dance. Ow! I just hit the PlayStation again. Really gotta stop doing that. Stab? I don't know why, but my favorite thing to do is just stab. That was too close. I don't remember that sound effect that's playing. Also, I don't know how quiet this audio is because it's really quiet for me. Right through the mouth. Can you get off my sword, please? Thank you. That didn't help. I did not mean to put my hand there. I'm sorry. I meant to put this there. I said I meant to put this there. Thank you. Come here, bitch. Oh, what? What type of axe is this? There we go. Another sword. Come here. Okay, you don't wanna be stabbed? Too bad. Okay, I guess it's time for another game. Oops, sorry, I meant to do this. Okay, let's work on another game. Let's quit the app. Sorry, I need to put that back over there. So we're gonna wait here for a second. I'm gonna listen to some music. My hand just went flying. Not in real life, I meant in VR. I'm gonna listen to some music real quick. Close up and big. Okay. Let's see here. What should we listen to?
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy?
Let me see if I can
Caught in a
split a Luna.
no escape from reality.
I guess I don't have it downloaded right now. Hold on. Works. There it is.
Open up your mind and let me step inside. Rest your weary head and let your heart decide. It's so easy when you know the rules. It's so easy. All you have to do is play the game, play the game. Everyone play the game. Each morning I get up, I die a little. Can't barely stand on my feet. Take a look in the mirror and cry. Lord, what you doing to me? I've spent all my years in believing you, but I just can't get no relief. Lord, somebody, can anybody find me?
I've paid my dues time after time. I've done my sentence, but committed no crime and bad mistakes. I've made a few. I've had my share sin kicked in my
That's not what I meant to do. I meant to do this. Champions, my friends. Keep on fighting to the end. The champion. We are the champions. No time for losers. Scary games in VR? I think I only have Find Freddy's for horror that I've not done a video. Well, I've done live streams on it and videos. Dead Effect 2 VR is kind of a horror game. But do I still have... I do have Arizona Sunshine still. Hmm.
Wake up to the sounds of the silence that allows for my mind to run around with my ear up to the ground. I'm searching to behold the stories that are told when my back is to the world that is smiling when I turn to you. You're the greatest, but once you turn, they hate us. Oh, the misery.
Where the sympathy? Somebody wants to be enemy. Okay, Candy has a 1992 and a 2021 version. Candy? Oh god, they made another. Oh no, they played it. I thought they made another theory on Rainbow Friends. Probably are going to if they were playing it. Spider-Man VR experience. That's funny. Oh god, do I want to listen to this? It's actually not bad. AI is coming a long way. Anyways. Candyman. I feel like I know that song, actually. I didn't realize they were making the second game for Arizona. Hello? Yeah. Ugh. By the way, I have separate pairs of glasses, and the older ones I have, I actually use as my VR glasses, because I can't use VR without glasses for some reason. Even though I can't see far away, I can see close up quite fine, but for some reason I can't see far away. Oh, it's a 1992 movie. Yeah, a lot of movies have been getting adapted. Like the It movie, that has a I think 2017, 2018. I don't remember when the It movie even came out. Oh my god, I'm trying to bring it over so I can actually. talk to you while I'm trying to go through music. There we go. Oh my god. The one thing that sucks is that I'm quicker to have my eyes hurt. Not my eyes, but my the bridge of my nose.
If I were a bitty bitty rich, carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more.
They're beanie green.
Sire, this man is obviously a charlatan. I suggest we move on to it.
Don't you disrespect me, little man.
Don't you dare gate what to ride. In my world now, not your world. I got friends on the other side. Friends on the other side.
That's an echo, gentlemen. Just a little something we have here in Louisiana, a little poetry. Don't worry. Sit down at my table. Put your mind at ease. If you relax,
I
it will enable me to do
anything.
I can read your future. I can choose your
Around some too deep into your heart and soul.
You do have a soul,
soul now,
don't you, Lord?
Make your wildest dreams come true.
I got food,
I got things I even try.
And I got friends on the other side.
Oh, my eyes hurt.
I got
take a break for a
friends
second.
on the other side. Come on. The cards will tell.
The past, the present, and the future as well.
What's up?
The cards.
Oh.
Take a little trip and take a picture with me.
Now, you young men are from across the sea. You come from 2 long lines of royalty. Your lifestyle's high, but your funds are low. You got a mad little honey whose daddy got dough. Mom and dad cut you off, huh, playboy? Sad.
They really did. Honestly, I'm not that surprised. Of course they.
Now that you're out of my life, I'm so much better. Thought that I'd be weak without you, but I'm stronger. Thought that I'd be broke without you, but I'm richer. Thought that I'd be sad without you. I love hard.
You thought I wouldn't grow without you, now I'm wiser. You thought that I'd be helpless without you, but I'm smarter. You thought that I'd be stressed without you, but I'm chilling. Thought I wouldn't sell without you, sold my million.
I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop. I'm
What,
gonna
you doing Thriller now? Like, what the?
survivor. I'm gonna make it.
It's on YouTube, I know.
Keep on surviving.
I couldn't breathe without you, I'm inhaling. Thought I couldn't see without your perfect vision. Thought I couldn't last without you, but I'm lasting. Thought that I would die without you, but I'm living.
Wait, is he supposed to be the one singing? I was so confused there.
Thought it would be over by now, but it won't stop. Thought that I would self-destruct, but I'm still here. Even in my years to come, I'm still gonna be here.
I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder, I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it, I will survive. Keep on surviving, hey!
I'm wishing you the best. Pray that you are blessed. Bringing much
Oh, this is an older one. I don't think he's in the group anymore.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he's not in the group anymore, as I know of. Also, I don't think I think she's an extra. Yeah, she's Honey. But yeah, he's not in the group, and he's not in the group anymore. That's really sad to think about. I don't know him. I know he's definitely still in the group. I think he might have made the group if he's still in this far. He might be still in the group. He might actually be the lower pitch guy.
I'm not gonna hate you in the magazines, 'cause my zombie tell me better than that.
I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder.
I'm a survivor.
Yeah, that he is the lower pitch one. That's right. Are you kidding me?
Oh gosh, oh that's a zombie. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. Oh, it hurts. Oh, it kind of feels good. No, it hurts.
What the fuck? That's funny. Anyways, can I play Hardball yet, or any of these games yet? I'm gonna switch so we can have at least something to play too.
We chained our hearts and
I used to sing this song perfectly,
never asking why.
and now because I'm much lower pitch, I can't sing it anymore. Look at the Candyman 1992 music. I'm good for now.
We kissed, I fell under your spell of love. No one could deny. Don't you ever say I just walked away. I will always want you.
Okay, I know the video was not that good, the original video of this, but you gotta admit, it was a pretty good song.
I can't live a lie running for my life. I will always want you.
This is definitely not.
I came in like a wrecking ball. I never hit so
Get back up
hard.
again. Oh.
I really hope I can do it, 'cause they're all depending
I gotta admit, that intro was pretty good. Almost got a gun. Oh god.
on me.
Now I wish I had a
I
soundboard.
know that I must leave the only home I've ever known and brave the dangers
definitely
of
newer.
the forest, saving them before they're eaten. I mean, how hard can that
Bergens.
be? Looking up at a sunny sky, so shiny and blue, and there's a butterfly. Well, isn't that a super fantastic sign? It's gonna be a fantastic day. Such marvelousness it's gonna bring. Got a pocket full of songs that I'm gonna sing, and I'm ready to take on anything. Yeah, some super fun surprise around each corner. Just riding on a rainbow, I'm gonna be okay. Hey, I'm not giving up today. There's nothing getting in my way. And if you knock me over, I will get back up.
Oh, it's this song.
If something goes a little wrong, well, you can go ahead and bring it on. 'Cause if you knock me over, I will get back up again.
Get back up again.
Actually, we'll listen to this. I know this is gonna be a Christmas song, but
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
interesting start.
I'm dreaming of a Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and ginger.
No, we're gonna move on to the next one. Anyways, is this done yet? Seriously? Am I wrong? Or did that say diamond in the rough?
New star, oh come, be the first on the block to meet his eye. Make way, here he comes, ring bells.
Oh, Prince Ali. Okay.
You're gonna love this guy, Prince Ali, fabulous he, Ali Ababa. Genuflect, show some respect down one
tornado flew around my room before you came. Excuse the mess it made, it usually doesn't rain. Southern California,
Okay, give me a
like
second.
Arizona, my eyes don't shed tears, but girl, they ball when I'm thinking about you. You know, no, I've been thinking about you. You know, no, I've been thinking about you. Do you think about me still? Do you? But do you not think so far ahead? 'Cause I've been thinking about forever. Ooh. Or do you not think so far ahead? 'Cause I've been thinking about forever. Ooh. No, I don't like you, I just thought you were cool enough to kick it. Got a beach house I could sell you in Idaho.
Put the cookie down. Yeah, I'll put the cookie down. Oop. Forgot over there. Okay. Give me a second. I'll fix the audio here. No, that's not working.
How could I forget how you feel?
Okay.
You know you were my first time.
Just for the moment, because of this stuff still downloading. I'm gonna get off so it's a little bit faster.
My soul not in, my spirit keep it alive. We'll go down this road until it turns from color to black and a tornado flew around my room before you came. Excuse the mess it made, it usually doesn't rain. Southern California, much like Arizona, my eyes don't shed tears, but girl, they ball when I'm thinking about you.
I was thinking of making a VOD channel. So not everything is on here. Hey Vortex, just give me. We're just waiting a little bit. Okay. Because we are just waiting for a game to download real quick. It's probably not going to take that long, but you know, you don't know. If it's not done in very soon, this needs to install. If it's not done anytime soon, I'm just gonna go play Beat Saber real quick, and then that'll probably be the end of the live stream. Sorry, I'm just I need to text my boss about something. Or my manager, actually. Hold on, guys, I gotta check something real quick. Why am I not able to hear myself? Oh, because it's all the way down. Let me just look up something. Okay, that's back to normal. What's going on with my camera, though? Okay, yeah, that's truly gone. Hold on. Give me a second. I also need to turn down my audio. I think my thing just completely crashed my camera. Hold on. Video capture. Source. Okay, I should be back now. There we go. Okay. Okay, I was just texting my boss something. Oh, did they finally release Fun and Furious Plus? Okay then. I'm so confused right now. What's going on with my feed? Yes, I watch Game Theory. Oh, they came up with a Ruin thing, didn't they? I haven't watched that one yet. I guess while we're waiting, I can watch one right now to react to it.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory, where today it's the best of times and it's the worst of times. I mean, on one hand, FNAF fans be eating good this month. There's books, there's a teaser for the movie, there's a trailer for Security Breach's Ruin DLC. Heck, there's even a brand new FNAF VR sequel that literally got announced as I'm recording this episode. It is all super
that was out of
exciting
nowhere.
stuff. I hope you're prepared to engorge yourself in lore like Chica consuming a pizza. It is literally the year of FNAF, which is fitting since it's 2023 and that's the year of FNAF 3. Also, probably FNAF 6. Honestly,
That's funny, actually. I forgot about that.
the only thing they're missing from this year is some sort of haunted attraction. But on the other hand, there is chaos in the wider theorist community. Buried in this landslide of new material are a lot, and I mean a lot, of very significant lore drops that feel unusually explicit for this franchise. Hints to the origins of Henry, revelations about secret AI programs controlling the Pizzaplex, confirmation that Gregory was in fact Patient 46. But here's the thing, no one can actually agree on what it's all trying to say. Everyone recognizes that there's been a lot of very important stuff that's being revealed lately, but every online FNAF theorist that I've seen has taken the clues and wound up with a different solution to the puzzle. And normally that's not a big issue. That is the beauty of theorizing, to reach your own conclusions, to make your own predictions, to come up with your own personal headcanons as part of the internet hive mind's attempts to work together and solve a common mystery. There are going to be people that you agree with and people that you don't, and you know what? It's great either way. Except this time, we kinda gotta sort of figure it out. What we're talking about today is some major stuff. Everything that's coming out right now feels like it's trying to guide us into what the plot of Security Breach was meant to be. And now with Ruin coming out in July and building off of that initial game, we've got a ticking clock demanding that we solve things, and quick. Our window is tight. So today I'm here to catch you up on all
you
the
solve
major
stuff, Matt
reveals
Pat,
and
you're
the
just gonna make it way worse.
before throwing my purple hat into the ring on what I suspect it all means. Good news, bad news on today's episode, friends. Good news, I think we've been on the right track the entire time. Bad news, I don't think the wider FNAF community is gonna agree with me. This
one is gonna be a battle, so are you ready, theorists? It's time to eat pizza and theorize, and I'm all out of pizza. Okay, first let me catch you up on the big FNAF drama. Let me set the stage. It's April. All of Team Theorist over here has just finished slaving away on our massive timeline for the series. We've done it. We are on the beach, coconut drinks in our hands, eager to take a break from the franchise until Ruin's release later in the year. But nope. Scott had himself some other plans. He smacked those beverages clean out of our hands and released 3 new books: Submechanophobia, The Bobby Dots Conclusion, and Nexie. Now, normally that would be too much of a concern, right? Books tied to this franchise have been coming out for years. It's just part of the content treadmill at this point, and it's not like they tend to add a whole lot. Only one in like every 6 stories is even remotely lore relevant, and even then the connection back to the games only exists if you squint at it. But oh no, friends, not this time. Across the 3 books, story after story after story seems to have significant lore implications. And not only that, they're also much more direct in the way that the information is presented, with characters and events mapping largely one for one onto characters and events from the games. If you're not in the habit of reading these things, and let's be honest, why would you when I could just do the homework for you? What I'm talking about might be a bit confusing, so I'm just gonna explain by way of example. In GGY, one of the 4 stories that set the internet on fire, a young boy named Greg, with brown hair and big brown eyes, is a master hacker who's been reprogramming the animatronics at the Pizzaplex for evil deeds, including bumping off 3 school counselors that seem to be getting too close to the truth. He also has himself a habit of being really good at the Pizzaplex's arcade games, leaving behind his initials GGY at the top of the game's leaderboards. Now, compare that information to what we get in the games. There's a young boy named Gregory with brown hair and big brown eyes who seems to be patient 46, a master hacker that's reprogramming the animatronics at the Pizzaplex for evil deeds, including bumping off 3 therapist characters that also seem to be getting too close to the truth. He also has himself the habit of leaving the letters GGY at the top of the leaderboards at various arcade cabinets throughout the Pizzaplex.
I still haven't
now,
found
that
yet
right
because
there,
I haven't
that is
looked.
not counting animatronic toes and trying to match up striped shirts. That is about as explicit of a one-to-one parallel that you get for this franchise. So in the story also reveals that Greg's nickname is Rab, aka Dr. Rabbit. You stand up and take notice. And you know what? The internet sees it. They recognize the connections and how important the books have suddenly become. No longer am I out there on my own little island shouting into the void about using the books to inform our speculation about the lore. Finally, the internet agrees with me. To me, this is a huge step in the right direction in terms of figuring out the wider lore of the franchise.
Because of how,
you know, there's just
how like vague it was. It was way too vague. So everybody was disagreeing. Oh, we shouldn't listen to the books. We shouldn't do anything with the books because it was way too vague. I think that's what Scott is trying to change with this new series. Is trying to be more explicit. Obviously tell new stories, but also tell what's inside the game that are coming up. Because as he said, these books now are for the future.
one teeny tiny little problem with this. No one can quite agree just how seriously to take this lore. After years of denying the book's canonicity, there's suddenly been a massive swing of the pendulum the complete other way, where now many pockets of the FNAF community vehemently believe that these most recent stories are fully canon with the games. In other words, we're no longer talking about an alternate universe where events are similar to the games, but with slight differences. Oh no. Now the debate is all about whether what you read in the books also happened in the pizza.
So my theory on that whole argument was just like the main book series. It's parallel universe. It's still like the same same canon but different continuities. With Gregory, with like GGY, for example, I think that one might be a little bit more closer to more perpendicular, like it's going to run in to the same as ours, or it's going off. And then you have stories like The Mimic, where the main person that made the Mimic program is a lot like Henry, but is not named Henry. So again, you're in that parallel line where they're going right next to each other. This one is much closer than any of the other books, technically. Like, for example, Charlie in the books, in the main trilogy, she was a robot and all that, but we also found out why Baby existed at one point. But here's the thing. Baby in the games was personally made by After Robotics by Afton because you can hear in the games that Afton is being talked to about the modification, the stuff on Baby. So I'm gonna assume either that's a like kind of bends off, like it goes in and out with some of these. With GGY again, I think it's mostly running into the game universe. Kind of like how I can't remember what the person's name was. But again, we have like White Tiger. You have that White Tiger that we don't really understand why that's even in there. And I'm starting to think it's might be our Funtime Freddy stand-in. That's what I'm thinking, like the blob, because it's inside the Boab tree. I'm not going to explain that because it's a whole different thing. And is basically the controlling. Hold on, my manager just texted me. Okay, right, Boab tree. It's completely weird there, and it's very iffy, and I see what he means. Like, people are, like, giving way different things, because it is very different. Like, for example, let's talk about Plush Trap. In the books, he's a toy with real human teeth. Well, he's actually just a toy on brand. But in one instant, he has real human teeth, and I think real eyes. I'm not sure about that. I could look it up, but I don't feel like it. But the one that we see has sharp teeth and all that. Nothing really real. The eyes do kind of look real, but again, it's going in and out. Most of the time, it was in and out, in and out, in and out for this. But because of the new books, they seem more parallel or going straight into each other of the games and the books. That's basically what my thought is.
That we play through in the games. So before we dive into that can of worms, let's just talk about the stories themselves. I already filled you in on GGY, which means it's time to talk about the other three, which tell themselves a connected timeline of events. Starting with the first, the Mimic. This is the one that everyone has been losing their collective minds over. This story tells the tale of Edwin, a genius inventor and single father, and his hyperactive
Yes, I have
son,
heard of mine.
David. Basically, Edwin is overwhelmed.
Edwin,
Years
that's
ago,
what his
he
name
sold
was.
a struggling robotics company to Fazbear Entertainment, who now has him hard at work turning their, quote, weird costumes into entertaining robots. With the first one that he's working on being a bright yellow chick. There's just one problem here, David. David is 4 in all the best and worst ways possible. It means that he's sweet and excitable, but it also means that he's moody and demands a lot of time and attention. Two things that Edwin does not have. So to fix his problem and get himself more work time, Edwin creates a piece of software known as Mimic 1. Using some spare robot parts, he makes a legless endoskeleton that's able to copy everything that David does. Basically, this thing's an AI that's using David as his training data. And while Mimic 1 starts by merely copying David, pretty soon it's able to respond on its own, independently. And David loves this thing, which means that Edwin is finally able to
Most kids would.
Everything
Well,
seems to be going well.
obviously not a metal endoskeleton, but I mean, like, if they were copying and then they were answering them, it would please them a lot.
Until tragedy strikes. An unsupervised David runs out into the middle of a busy highway and is killed. Edwin is devastated, and he takes all his rage out on the Mimic, this robot that continues to behave like his son, infusing the metal of the bot with pure agony. We then flash forward in time to Edwin being gone, and the Mimic roaming the halls of his abandoned home, a brutal killer still in possession of David's childlike tendencies. So, does any of that sound familiar? Cause it should. It's Henry Emily, a genius inventor who helped to create the robots of Fazbear Entertainment, a man who also happens to be a single father whose only child dies in a tragic accident when they decide to run outside. A creator whose first project was Chica. Now, that alone would be plenty of connected dots, but the story continues to hammer home the parallels between these two men. In past videos, I've talked a lot about Henry's signature animatronic design, the hinged jaws that we see on the original animatronics, as well as the Rockstar animatronics. Well, guess what? This is how Edwin decided to build the Mimic. Quote, under the eye housing, Edwin had welded in place a hinged jaw. Speaking of Edwin's robots, do you know what Edwin's first business project was? He made robotic vacuum cleaners, presumably like the ones that we see in FNAF 6. Edwin and Henry even share the same sandy brown hair color. But the other big parallel that the story gives us is when Edwin destroys the Mimic. The way this event is described is very similar to when Henry built the final Charlie bot from the Fourth Closet novel. Here's how it's described.
Again, I think those are mixing with each other as well, because we aren't 100% sure that the bots are true, but we are sure Charlie did die, either by a car accident or by William murdering. By most likely William murdering, because if you just saw not Midnight Motorist, the security puppet minigame, you would not think that she was murdered. You would think that she was probably hit like that because of the car tracks. But because we know about the other minigames, most likely she was still murdered by William.
Described in Tales of the Pizzaplex. He could almost feel his murderous thoughts pouring through his muscles, transfusing through the metal into Mimic systems. And here's what happens when Henry builds the Charlie bot after her death. Quote from that book. When Henry began to make the fourth, his despair turned to rage. He seethed as he soldered her skeleton together, pouring his anger into the forge where he shaped her very bones. It was not Charlotte drenched in grief, it was made alive with Henry's fury. In both instances, we have men who have instilled their creations, animatronics that are literal stand-ins for their dead kids, with the pain and rage of loss. If that's not a solid connection, I don't know what is. Even from a
Well, technically, the fourth one was the adult version, but we won't go there.
timeline perspective, Edwin being Henry makes a lot of sense. In the Mimic, they specifically call out that he's 20.
I know which one you're talking about, and I think it explains FNAF World a lot better. Henry built a robot to kill himself. I don't think it's a mimic. At least I don't think. It probably is, but most likely it wasn't, because it had one purpose, to kill, and it was shut down afterwards. It was only to kill Henry. Because I know which robot you're talking about. It's in the room where the whole fight happens with Charlie, Elizabeth, and John. I definitely know that area. I have to relook to see if I'm correct about that, because I have the graphic novels, so I can check also. Yeah, I know that's most likely not a mimic. If I can see the depiction in the graphic novel, I probably could. Anyways, and all the ones, they were pretty evil. The Fourth Closet one, they were also souls are split and all that. I'm not gonna get into that. Vortex. Hello, Doodad. Vortex, do you know which book that was in? I'm gonna assume it's the Fourth Closet, because I think that's where the whole fight happens. It's near the end though. Everybody gets trapped. Talking about who got stolen. Big memories. Okay, so I think it's before that, right? Ah, here it is. If I can show that properly, that's what they depicted it to look like. People come to come. 8 decades have passed and no one remembers. Fill the house with every kind of flammable thing and burn it to the ground. Send a Coast Guard to put a bullet into anything that emerges from the rubble, no matter what or who it looks like. I'm going to be with my daughter. Love always. And to the end, Henry. So yeah, that is the part where she finds the whole thing. I will be playing VR soon. It's just that that's what one thing, by the way. It does. It looks more like Foxy than anything. Just because of the ears. But yeah, it was shut down and it has a knife. It could have been the stand-in for the Mimic. I'm not sure, though. Anyways, moving on.
4 years old. After the death of his son, he disappears. But then, in another tale from the Pizzaplex, this one called The Storyteller, we meet up with Edwin 40 years later, at the point that he decides to return to the Fazbear franchise to sit on their board of directors. Again, the books make a very specific point to call out all these dates. So why? What's the big deal here? Well, if Edwin
Yes, I have
is
played the
truly
Joy of
parallel
Creation.
for Henry lost his daughter Charlie in 1983. We're not exactly sure when he leaves the company, but we definitely know when he comes back, 2023, as evidenced by the numerical code in FNAF 6. 40 years later. A perfect match to the time frame that...
Yeah, because in the books, he gets killed, apparently. And then in the games, he doesn't die, he gets moved. He leaves the company.
the books have laid out. In short, Edwin has to be Henry, which means, in a very cool twist, our early franchise timeline was almost perfectly correct. In that video, I said that William Afton's company specialized in hand-sewn mascot suits, and that Henry, when he was brought in, was the one responsible for turning those suits into animatronics. That prediction right there, that was right on the money.
Yeah, that was
I
actually on the
also
money.
on the right track when I said that one of the two founders had their failing company get bought out. I was just wrong about which one. In that timeline video, I suggested
That's
that
fair.
Afton made Fazbear Entertainment, but eventually ran out of money and had to be bailed
Yeah, I
out by
liked it.
Henry. But as this story shows, it's actually the other way around. Henry was ultimately the one that was bought out. And in one final parallel between the books and the games, the story actually describes the Fazbear exec that gets Edwin to sign away his business as Portly, which connects all the way back to the Silver Eyes, where Afton was described in a similar way. Quote, Afton was as robust and lively as Henry was withdrawn and shadowy. He was a hefty man who had the ruddy geniality of a financially shrewd Santa Claus. Okay, cool, so we've got some confirmation on some early parts of the franchise, but what
Which is
does
good.
any of this mean for Security Breach? Well, that's where the second Edwin story comes in, the Storyteller. In this one, we rejoin Edwin 40 years later. Because of his importance to the early days of Fazbear Entertainment, he now sits on the board of directors, a fact that does not land too well with the current head of the board, Mr. Burrows. Get it? His name's Burrows because everyone's always connected to rabbits. Anyway, to cut costs at the Pizzaplex, Mr. Burrows decides to lay off the entire creative department, instead replacing them with a generative AI that's capable of creating new storylines for all the characters. Basically, this thing is like ChatGPT on steroids. This, understandably, upsets Edwin, who apparently has gone from engineering nerd to creative heart of the company. But he's not just a WGA member that's upset about some Writers Guild's rights. What makes matters worse is the fact that Mr. Burrows isn't using just any AI, he's installing Mimic 1, the same program that Edwin created, the one that was trained by his son 40 years prior. When they install it, it even comes in the form of his son's favorite toy, a white tiger head. And here
I don't think we ever saw Charlie even have a favorite toy. Yeah, I don't think Charlie ever had a favorite toy. She definitely had, obviously the puppet was more connected to her, but I think this is the Funtime Freddy stand-in.
Here's where things
I hope
get
he
real
mentions it.
crazy. This AI controls everything in the Pizzaplex. It runs through a large central tree of wires that are connected through the walls, even tapping into things like the animatronics themselves. In fact, once the Mimic 1 program gets installed, the behavior of all the animatronics starts to change from their normal personalities into something that's a bit more like a 4-year-old. They start to become possessive. They get into tug-of-war matches over toys. They sulk in the corner and cry. David is somehow getting infused into everything that this AI touches. Eventually, Edwin attempts to shut the Mimic 1 program down, but he dies in the process. However, in his final moments, he attempts to communicate with his son inside the AI. You see, in the Mimic story, Edwin watches David communicating with his robot buddy using a made-up language described like this. Quote, David and Mimic had been doing all manner of odd little drawings that were surrounded by markings that looked vaguely like hieroglyphics. Edwin then uses this same language to communicate with the Mimic software at the end of the Storyteller. Quote again, every sheet of paper was covered with odd stick drawings and strange symbols that were
So did Henry possibly write that message on the wall in the secret room? Or was it the Mimic?
were not at all familiar to Mr. Burrows. Squiggles, squares, loops, triangles within triangles. So why is this story such a big deal right now in the FNAF community? Well, everyone knows it's important, it's just that no one can truly settle on what it's trying to say. Which means it's time for me to do my best to try and break it all down. Now, I've already mentioned the parallels between Edwin and Henry, but what
Before we continue, I want to just check on the progress. 57%. Okay. We might just end up doing Beat Saber after this.
That also suggests is that Edwin's son David may just be an analog for Henry's only child, Charlie. Not that they're one and the same or following the exact chain of events, but rather that where David goes in the books, we should be looking for Charlie to follow in the games. And in the story, the Mimic 1 AI that was trained using David winds up controlling the pizza
Why is
plex
your
and all its
leg hurt?
animatronics via an intricate system of wires. This, to me, is the book suggesting that we should probably be looking for Charlie to be doing the same thing in the games. And wouldn't you know it, but there is a lot of evidence to suggest exactly that. Throughout Security Breach, there are wires everywhere. Black and white striped wires that look very similar to everyone's favorite possessed puppet, Charlie. There are also the staff bots roaming around looking like a twisted version of the puppet. We also see several unexplained Nightmare-owned plushies hidden in strange locations throughout the building, again suggesting that an angry version of Charlie may just be at work within the walls of the building. During my complete timeline, I suggested that the reason we were seeing so much puppet imagery throughout the Pizzaplex is because Charlie's possessing the building poltergeist style. Just like the house in that movie is possessed by angry spirits, the Pizzaplex is haunted by Charlie because it's built on top of the location of the FNAF 6 fire. Basically, her physical form may be gone, but her spirit is still going to haunt the building until Afton is destroyed. And again, I think that this latest story confirms that I was close about the what, but not necessarily about the how. Charlie is still very much here, but it's not a haunting, it's technological. And look at this. The wires are even formed in such a way that they look like the trunk and branches of a tree, exactly the way the Mimic's wires are described to run through the Pizzaplex in the book. Just like David's consciousness infected everything in the Pizzaplex during the Tale story, so too is Charlie infecting everything in the Pizzaplex of the games. But that's not all. Remember that in the book, Edwin uses an elaborate code of symbols, sticks, and shapes to communicate with his son inside of the Pizzaplex. It's designed as an elaborate code of triangles within triangles. That right there, that is the wall code in Security Breach's secret.
So we know who made that writing and who they're talking to, but it still doesn't explain what it meant.
Remember that one? If not, here's the abbreviated translation. Break and mend, I built the breath. They hunt now, drawn to life. The storyteller here is giving us a clue that this wall code, these triangles within triangles, they were written by Henry. How? When? Not sure. Honestly, we hadn't even considered him as a possible person to have written this because he was supposed to be dead in the FNAF 6 fire. But if you look at the text with him in mind, the pieces all fit. Henry did build the breath. He was the creator of the animatronics. And in all stories about Henry, we hear about him repurposing old robotic parts. He is breaking and mending them. But midway through, this coded message starts to switch tones. It starts giving instructions. Quote again, dodge, duck, flash, shoot, crawl, run, crush the vile band. Your life, your aim will save those with soul. He's teaching someone their mission. He's giving some robotic AI their instructions.
Trying to tell him to save others like Charlie used to do when she was possessing.
Just like Edwin was trying to communicate with the AI in the book. It is their task to save those with soul. But look specifically at the verbs that are written here, especially shoot and flash. This one has to be talking to Gregory. Not only is he the one that's crushing the vile band of the Pizzaplex, all of those actions are things that he performs in the game. He is the only one shooting with the Faz Blaster. He is the only one flashing with the Faz Cam. It seems like Henry, in a last failsafe against Fazbear, may have built a protector using an AI program and spoke to it using his triangle within triangle code. And that protector has to be Gregory. I know, I can't let Robot Gregory go, I get it. But how else do you explain this? No one else is flashing and shooting. And remember, the story GGY confirms to us that Gregory is patient 40.
Shoot flash could mean to make Phaser Blast and Monty's Gator Golf prizes. Or, no, the Faz camera isn't part of Monty Golf because it's a separate thing. You just get it from Monty Golf because they confiscated it.
6, whose secret therapy tapes are played right next to where this code is in the very same room. Everything in this one room is screaming that the message is for Gregory, written in a code that the books tell us is reserved for robot brains. But this then raises two major questions. First, how could I say that Gregory's a robot when we see him in GGY as just a kid at school? And secondly, GGY makes it clear that Gregory is a villain, hacking into the animatronics and using them to kill people.
Apparently, all 3 of your former therapists have gone missing, or 2 of them are missing. One of them was found dead. The woman's body was pretty messed up. It looked like it was mangled by machinery.
Gregory's pen name for a large portion of the book is Dr. Rabbit, for crying out loud. If that doesn't scream, oh, by the way, I'm also working for Afton, I don't know what does. He even calls himself the wizard's most favorite apprentice. So how can I say that he's working for Henry when it's very clearly being told to us that he's also working for William? Well, first off, we never actually see confirmation that he's a human in the books. In fact, we largely get the opposite. Gregory is actually described in the book as, quote, an unfamiliar kid who looked a little lost at the start of the school year. So there's no past with this kid, no growing old together with a group of friends. He just appeared out of nowhere one day. What's more, whenever his friends do something odd, Gregory reacts in a very robotic way. He cocks his head and he has a weird pause in his behavior. Is that a lot to go off of? No. But also nothing about him explicitly says that he's necessarily human, or that he's just the reluctant follower of Afton. But obviously the bigger question here is how? How can he be both a protector bot and an agent of Afton at the same time? This is also a question that's raised in the books. If GGY is saying that Gregory and Glitchtrap are in control of the animatronics, but then the storyteller is saying that an AI version of Charlie is controlling the animatronics, who's actually in control here? Both of these stories feel crucial to understanding Security Breach's lore, and yet they seem to contradict each other. So what is going on? Well, for that answer, we actually have to go to the trailer for the new Security Breach DLC, Ruin. In the last few seconds of footage for this new game, we see a glitching techno rabbit, glitching between two colors, green and purple. This effect is known as chromatic aberration, which is when the lens of a camera is unable to focus the different colors of light into the exact same point. Usually you see this sort of thing with red and blue, sometimes red and green. Purple and green is not usually the natural color combination for this sort of effect, which means that it's trying to tell us something. And this isn't the only time we see it. If you go over to securitybreachtv.com,
Right, it's on the
location for
TV.
all online teasers for these games, the website has the Steel Wool logo down in the corner, glitched again between purple and green. Not only that, they're reverses of each other. Not just reflections, but actually facing in opposite directions. Well, we know that purple is always going to be the villain color. It's evil. That is a given for this franchise. But green, that then, is probably the opposite color, the hero color. And while it could represent Elizabeth with her signature green eyes, what I suspect is more likely is that the green is Charlie, the color of the security puppet's eyes, the color of the wristband that she was wearing the night that she died, all green. So within Gregory, and honestly within all of these animatronics, there's a capacity for both good and evil. Glitchtrap is in the code, obviously, he's purple, but there's also a force for good, Charlie, in there as well as green. And what we're playing through is a battle between these two to ultimately decide who wins. That's why the tiger head and the Tales from the Pizzaplex story has two differently colored eyes. It shows two forces at work within the same program. This also explains why throughout the game, the other animatronics are getting corrupted, but why Glamrock Freddy isn't. He's booted in safe mode. The storyteller establishes that all the animatronics are hooked into the computer network that controls the Pizzaplex. By glitching out and then rebooting in safe mode, Glamrock Freddy is separated from that system, as well as any sort of corruption that's happening within it. And just like that, it all became crystal clear. The reason we have two stories telling us about two different sources of control over the animatronics in the Pizzaplex isn't because Scott changed his mind or because Steel Wool didn't get the memo. It's because Ruin is literally going to be a battle for control. The forces of evil, Glitchtrap, versus the forces for good, Charlie. One who wants to kill kids and use their souls to gain eternal life, and another who wants to put it all to rest and protect those who can still be saved. And Gregory is stuck there in the middle, both of them existing inside of him. Like he says himself at the end of the trailer,
Don't give up on me yet.
but hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. And hey, if
I kind of disagree, but I also don't at the same time. Oh god, what did right
I've already played the